Welcome to SGL Spiritual Guiding Light. Hope you guys can hear me clearly. I'm going to be using Moonology. What happens in the dark comes to light. In the dark, you still shine. Let's see what the messages are for you as a collective. Fire, earth, air, water. If you don't know your element, if you are a fire sign, that is Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. If you are a water sign, that is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. If you are an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. God of all creator, all creation, I thank you for blessing me and gifting me with the gift of intuition. I thank you for giving me courage and the strength to practice my passion and to believe into my passion. Allow this reading to give insight, clarity, and understanding. I thank you for assigning my spirit guides, guardian angels, and ancestors that serve me for my highest good in your will. As above, so below, Ashe. All right, let's go ahead and see what happens in the dark comes to light. Messages for the collective. Air signs, fire, water, and earth. Don't let your past hold you back. Give me the green light. I'm hearing give me the green light. I was watching that movie, and this is not a comparison, but I was watching the Squid Games on how people sacrifice their lives and watch people sacrifice their lives due to money of lack. You have the green light. No restraints. You're not shackled. You're not chained. You have the green light to be free. Or you have free will. Creating your own prison. Giving people permission to chain you. To be in control over you. Advisory of letting go. And it's easy said than done depending on the situation. Let me say that again. It's easy said than done. Because the response will normally be, you don't know my situation. You're right. But do you know the power you possess and the control you possess and the freedom you have? You have the green light to set yourself free. You have the green light to come out of the dark into the light. Are you going to choose exposing, or are you going to choose life? And it doesn't have to be in a dark sense. Just because someone have done you wrong at work, you have the choice to hold your grounds and apply for other places and hold your grounds until you get another job, or freely walk away. One is a more realistic. The other one is more of a risk. portraying into relationship, you have the right, you have the green light to make this new connection, whether if you know them or not. The past is what's creating the illusion of red flags, of wanting to control the conversation, the atmosphere, the decision, how it flows, when it should flow, your terms, your conditions. But how are you going to experience a new, unconditional love when you are in control? And it's just anxiety and fear that's holding you back. Hopefully you can hear me clearly. So that is the message. What happens in the dark comes to light. You stepping away and moving forward. Everything that has happened to you in the past that may have hurt you, may have caused so many tears of you asking God, asking the universe with the permission of God to release you, asking why? Why me? I'm a good person. Why me? By you letting this go, justice will be served spiritually and groundly in the earthly realm. But you can't turn back around. Because if you turn back around, you then are going to be reliable. Because you're going back to what you were released from. And you want to be mindful that you're not going back because money is being flashed beyond in your face. You're thinking that you can't be stable. You're thinking you can't find a home, a secure home. There are some things that God wants you to go through to prepare you for what is to come with blessings. And if you're unable to be suffice with a little and making a little work, how are you going to be able to obtain a lot? If you are a speaker, if you can't deal with one person, how are you going to deal with 10? If you're trying to start an organization, if you can't know how to hold a conversation, how are you going to lead? If you can't allow someone to speak without having to always have your point, how are you going to be able to learn? Advisory, write down the things that are holding you back and be honest with yourself. True. And with the affirm, I release anything in the past that is holding me back. Can you be honest to say, for some of you viewers, that it's you? Can you admit that you're controlling? Can you admit that you're bitter? It may not feel like it, but if you really assess yourself, it's a bittersweet thing. You're loving, but you only allow a certain limitation of an experience to set you free. ones. Yeah, set free. Communication. Communication, set this aside. We have this Page of Swords. This is my spy card. The Page of Cups. Intuitive. We have the Gift of Sight. The Seven of Cups. What is before you, but what you don't see is at hand. You got to start looking up. Like when you go to the grocery store, when you're going to go shop for something, fill in the blank. Do you catch yourself looking down? Because the things that are of value are on the top shelf. If you notice, if you look up, you'll start seeing services come out of the store that you didn't even know existed. I'll talk about this communication in a minute. But this is by this Page of Swords. People who you're trying hard to communicate with or build relationship with don't trust you because you're different. And it's time to stop trying. They look at you like a spy. You move different. You talk different. You look different in a good way. You're different is value, integrity, a leader. And it makes other people seem small. And it's not intentional. It's not. It's time for you to be around like-minded individuals. It's time for you to move forward and be around people who you can learn from. I'm going to bring in this communication. You can decide on what cup you are going to offer. Page of Cups. In your own emotions. But for some of you, you are in a sunken place in divinity. I want to say, you know how you're drunk in the spirit? It's like there's a time where you have to come back to reality. Some of you are stuck in prayer. Some of you are stuck in meditation. Some of you are sleeping your lives away because you want more dreams, more visions. And it's time to come out. Okay? What happens in the dark comes to light. What happens in the dark comes to light. The devil energy. With the Four of Wands at the bottom, working your way up to the top. Class in session. 8 of Wands. 8 gifts pertaining to communication. 7 of Cups. 7 gifts transferred into communication. Enlightenment. You have free will on how you're going to use it. Your guides, your ancestors, spirit guides, God Himself. You have free will to use it in good or in devil energy. Riches, glory, abundance, wealth. competitiveness. You have the capability to make a mountain move. There are 4 particular ones pertaining to your dreams and your goals. That behind the scenes is a conflict connected to your past that is connected to devil energy. You can be quick to snap. I'm not going to go too far into it. Collectively, don't. It's this song, it's like, don't. I'm back now, I'm better. Oh, goodness. Can't think about it, but it's like, don't. Hold on, change is coming. And you are the change. What's going on in the dark comes to light. You have the power to come out of the dark and remain dark, or come out of the dark and accept the green light to be the best version that you can be, despite of the people who are watching you, despite of the people who are communicating in devil energy to distract you from your 7 of cups. Look up, not down, because when you look down, you get blinded. You'll fall short, right? Tricked, right? Someone can present themselves, come up with a nice car, well dressed, right? And automatically insecurity can fall into place. And you communicate that through body language. Some of you, the past is making you look vulnerable. Let me clarify the 7 of Cups pertaining to your money bag. Clarify the 7 of Cups. Demo. What's happening in the dark is you are creating your content. What's happening in the dark is you're getting yourself ready for the new year. What's happening in the dark? People may be thinking that you're doing bad, but you're preparing yourself for this 4 of Wands. You are preparing every aspect of yourself. You're getting ready to deliver. Welcome to the stage. Blah, 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 blah. Presenting. Blah, 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 blah. Lead by example. Always put God first. Yeah. Justice will definitely be served. Will be served. Been around the world. I can't find my baby. People about to show up. Some people are going to show out. But for the most part, what's happening behind in the dark and what's going to be brought to light is that you're going to shine with or without those. And that's what this Page of Swords, this is the paparazzi. For some of you who've been feeling like you've been watched and you've tried to communicate it like, I feel like I'm being watched. It's preparing you now for when it gets heavy. Yep. That is your reading. I'm going to stop that there. What's happening in the dark? Go ahead, stir it up, make it right. Don't worry about the spy, don't worry about the paparazzi, don't worry about the gossip. Just make sure your tongue speaks of good. Don't tell people what you're stirring up either, because there's devil energy here. Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle, and that is you and I.